Day 114. The International Court of Justice issued its interim ruling on Friday on the case South Africa has brought against Israel claiming genocide against the Palestinians in Gaza. The ruling acknowledged that the loss of life and destruction in Gaza could rise to reach the definition of genocide under the International Convention to which Israel is a signatory, but it did not call for an immediate end to hostilities, a ruling by which Israel would not have been able to abide. Recognizing the context of the current conflict, which arose after the Hamas invasion on October 7th, the court ruled that Israel must take measures to minimize the harm to civilians and must report on the measures it has taken to South Africa after 1 month. Immediately after the broadcast of the judgment, Hamas sent rockets into southern Israel. Britain, Finland and Italy have joined the United States, Canada and Australia in temporarily pausing future funding for the United Nations Agency for Palestinians in the Gaza Strip, while it reviews concerning allegations that UNRWA staff were involved in the October 7th Hamas massacres in Israel. Australian Foreign Minister Penny Wong wrote on Twitter that Australia would temporarily pause disbursement of recent funding. She wrote, Australia is deeply concerned over allegations UNRWA staff may have been involved in the abhorrent October 7th terror attacks, also noting the vital life-saving work by the agency. The decision came after UNRWA said on Friday that it had sacked several employees accused by Israel of involvement in the massacres. Stefan Dujarric, spokesman for UN Chief Antonio Guterres, said Guterres is horrified by the accusations and an urgent and comprehensive independent review of UNRWA will be conducted. Israeli officials have played down expectations, but an Israeli delegation headed by Mossad chief David Barnea has arrived in Paris for talks with the US, Qatar and Egypt on a potential hostage deal with Hamas. US negotiators say they are making progress on a potential agreement under which Israel would pause military operations against Hamas in Gaza for 2 months in exchange for the release of more than 100 hostages abducted on October 7th. Hamas, however, is clinging to demands that Israel completely end the war and leave the terror group in power over Gaza. Families of the hostages are continuing their campaign for immediate action to release them. Last night, along with the major demonstration in Tel Aviv, hundreds were outside Prime Minister Netanyahu's Caesarea home, demanding that he respond to them. Interior Minister Moshe Arbel has decided that Imelda Garin, the mother of Cedric Garin, will receive Israeli citizenship after her son was killed in Gaza last week. Garin was the only child of his parents who came to Israel from the Philippines before he was born. His father was deported when Cedric was 2 years old, but his mother remained with him here as a temporary resident. Cedric received Israeli citizenship upon completing his military service. His mother will now be permitted to remain here. This is Peter Jones-Pellach reporting for NCJWA, Australia.